Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Once again, it's Imam Omar Subedar here, joining you in Tafseer in 5. Today, inshallah, we're going to be looking at verse number 4 of Surah Al Fatihah. And this verse is a verse where the surah, it takes a little turn. In the first 3 verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing himself. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he moves from his description and from his qualities to describing the type of relationship we're supposed to have with him. And we find in this verse, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that it is only you that we worship and it is only you who we seek assistance from. You'll notice that here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's dictating to us the type of conversation we're supposed to have with him. And these are the words that are pleasing to him, and it's also a reminder of what type of connection and what type of relationship I'm supposed to have with my very creator. So the first thing that we find here is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala points out where we are supposed to direct our worship to. Now when we say worship, we're talking about who we're going to pray to, who we're going to bow down to, who we're going to revere, who are we going to recognize as a divine authority. And in this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that all of these things are simply reserved for him. He brings the object before the verb. And whenever you have a structure of this nature in the Arabic language, it denotes exclusivity. So basically, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that in our relationship with him, we will only worship him and nothing else. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no middleman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no secretary. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any representative who we have to pray to in order to get our prayer approved by the ultimate authority, which is Allah himself. This is a system which is found in other methodologies and other forms of theology, but when it comes to our theology, we are strictly monotheistic, where we direct every single worship and every single prayer to Allah directly, and it doesn't go through any middleman whatsoever. So this is our Allah. We only view him as, or I should say, we view him as the only divine entity in existence. Once we have understood this, what do we do in order to benefit from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah says, وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. We seek assistance and help from him alone. We don't need to go anywhere else. It's so easy when it comes to asking assistance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمُ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. He's saying, call me, I'll respond to you. So what we need to understand is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that being who we need to turn to for every single thing in life. And Allah tells us that He is Qareeb and Mujib. He is close and at the same time He's responsive. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what He does in order for us to continue being in a position where we can get continuously rewarded from Him, He will put us in positions where we are continuously asking. And how will that be? By Him not giving us the results that we're looking for immediately, but rather He makes us now continuously ask from Him, and each time we ask from Him, we are being compensated by Him. We are gaining His closeness and His proximity. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that if there's any entity you need help from, it is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we should direct ourselves to, and no one else and nothing else. And the thing is, it doesn't cost a penny or a dime to raise these 2 hands and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever it is that we want to ask. This is the month in which we can put ourselves through that training. The training of dua, the training of supplicating and praying. So what we understand from this particular verse is that we need to reach a level in our spirituality where we recognize Allah as the only divine entity in existence that we can connect with directly and not having to go through any middleman or any representative of Allah. And our connection with Him should be such that after we have recognized Him to be the most merciful and the ever merciful, it is only that being that I want to turn to for any form of assistance, whatever it may be in life. And inshallah, my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be a healthy one, and that's what we want to accomplish in this blessed month of Ramadan. Until next time, Jazakallah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.